welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jamaica here, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and join the family, and if you're not new, thank you so much, boo, for coming back and watching another video. So in today's video, I have a very beautiful sultry glam that I did for you guys, and as you can see, I've already primed my face using the Milk Hydro Grip primer, and now I'm just basically priming my lids using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I'm just applying that so that my eyeshadow can go on very smoothly and as pigmented as possible. So to get started with our eyeshadow, I'll be going into the Warrior 2 palette, the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette that is, and I'll be packing on this shade Kofuru, which is that very orange or red tone brown, I should say, and I'm just packing that on into my crease area, not blending it too far, just making sure it is in the crease area, and I will do that on both eyelids. Okay guys, so now I'll be going into the shade Yodit, and I'll be packing that on top of this shade Kofuru that I just placed down, and I'm doing this to basically help me to blend out the harsh edges. And then I'll be using the Morphe E27 blending brush, and I'm going to go in circular and windshield wiper motions to help me to blend out the edges even more. Okay, so now we're basically gonna apply the base for our matte shadow, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm not applying this in any shape or form. It's just basically placing it down because I will be blending that out with the Morphe E22 brush, and I'm just basically blending it out over the eyeshadow that we already placed. So I'm just applying the concealer, reapplying it, and blending it out until I get the base and the smooth finish of my liking. So now guys, I'm basically using a flat top eyeshadow blending brush. This is a very fluffy brush that can be used for eyeshadow, and I'm just going into the shades Kana and Zaz. Those are in the Warrior 2 palette, and I'm just mixing those two shades together, so it is the very nude, very neutral tone brown and the white shade in the Warrior 2 palette, and I'm just mixing those shadows together, and I'm packing them onto the lid where the concealer that I just placed down as my base. And then I'll be using that same fluffy blending brush that I just used to apply the dark brown shades, and I'm just gonna blend the edges to make sure that the harsh lines are gone and we have a seamless blend. we've reached a progressively great part in the eyeshadow application, and I'm now applying my wing liner, and I'm using the NYX vinyl liner in matte black, and I'm basically just doing a very classic wing, nothing too crazy. I will be doing a wing eyeliner wing tutorial soon, guys, but just hold on to that because I'm not the best at wing eyeliner, so I have to perfect it before I make a video. So I'm basically just applying my wing liner here on camera, and then I'm just gonna apply my mascara just to get rid of that, you know, white eyelashes that I kind of have going on right now. Now moving on to foundation, I'll be using the Maybelline Super Stay foundation in the shade 356 Warm Coconut. I just applied 2 pumps, that's all I need. I'm kind of into less full coverage foundation nowadays, so it's still even very full coverage, guys. I love this foundation. So I'm basically just using a very dense buffer brush to apply this to my skin, and I'm making sure to just get all over my blemishes, etc., you know, making sure to blend down to my neck and under my eyes, and I'm just blending this out, guys. Now I'll be using the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 12. Looking back at this video, guys, I'm using considerably a lot of concealer. I don't know why I'm using so much concealer, but you don't need so much concealer, guys. But I don't know, I think I was going for a full coverage look or something, but I use a mighty lot of concealer. So I'm just basically applying this to my T-zone, you know, under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my upper lips, and my chin. And as some of you may know, I do cream contour, so I'm using the Black Radiance foundation stick in the shade Espresso, and I'm basically using this foundation stick to carve out my jawline and my, you know, snatch my faces. So I'm using a very dense angled blending brush, face blending brush, and I'm just basically patting and blending that foundation into my skin before I blend out my concealer under my eyes. Okay guys, so before I blend out my concealer, I'm going to be using my foundation brush just to blend out the outer edges of my concealer, and then I'm going to be using a makeup blending sponge, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the under eyes. And guys, I had such a warm time with this because I use way too much concealer. You don't need to use so much concealer, people. You really don't. Learn from my mistake. So yeah, now that I somewhat got my thing blended to the gods, I'm going to be using the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm just using this pencil, you know, very pointed setting brush. I don't know what the name of this brush is, and I'm just using that to pack on the powder and just to lightly set under my eyes. And then I'm going to be using this sponge to pack on some powder because I'm gonna bake. I recently got back into baking, guys. I don't know, it just adds a flawless finish that I absolutely love. So I started to bake recently, and then I am going to bronze and contour my face. I use the brown shade in the the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I use that very brown mocha, like a really nice warm tone brown. And here I'm just basically applying some white eyeshadow to my inner tear duct just to give this eye look a little pop, because you know it was kind of looking a little boring. And then after that, I'm basically going to use a blending brush, like a blending setting brush, and I'm going to pack in or blend in the baking powder that's under my eyes, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face using the Maybelline Super Stay foundation powder in the shade 355 Coconut. Okay, so now I'm basically applying my eyeliner to my waterline. I'm not using black, I'm using a dark brown shade, and then I'll be using a fluffy brush to basically smoke out my lower lash line, and I'm using the same Kufuru shade from the Warrior 2 palette, also mixed with the Yodit shade. So I'm basically just using that and smudging it across my lash line. So now your girl is preparing to apply her lipstick, and I'm going to be using a dark brown lip pencil that I got from the drugstore, as you know. So it's not a particular name, it's not a brand or anything. So I'm just applying that as much as possible. I want it to be very pigmented in a way, and I'll be using the ColourPop lipstick in a Chi. That is the one that is in collaboration with Karuchi, and I'm gonna be using that nude shade. It's a very nice nude shade, perfect for, you know, women of color, you know, dark skinned babies. So I use this dark brown shade just to help to tone it down a bit, and I'm using my fingers to apply it because I love the application of matte lipstick with fingers. I feel like it's such a smooth and seamless blend when you use your fingers. And I basically do that, and I go over the lipstick with the pencil just to further blend my lips out, because as you know, your girl got some big juicy lips, so I gotta make sure that everything is blended properly and I don't look crazy in these streets. Now I'm just gonna spray my face using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray, and this is the final look, guys. Get into it, tap into this look, sis. If you are going to any family gathering for Thanksgiving, you need to wear this look at the event, sis. Okay, get into it. So if you love this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.